Hey there everyone, Ramesh here, back again with another video. In this video, we'll take a look into interview roadmap for freshers. Well, this video I am going to create especially for the students or freshers who may not know the complete interview process. And if you are already experienced a developer, then you can skip this video because you may already know the complete interview process. Okay, great. So when I was a fresher, that time I wasn't have much idea about the interview process. Okay, and that time I was confused. So hence I'm going to create this video to help freshers to know how the interview process happened. Alright, great. Well, if you can see this flowchart over here, it has two sections. First one is prepare yourself to become a software developer, and second section is the job application process. Well, first we'll look into how you can prepare yourself to become a software developer, and then we'll move on to how you can apply to the jobs. Well, first step is decide what you want to become. Well, if you are a student or fresher, then you might be confused like what you want to become. You want to become whether a backend developer or a front-end developer or a full stack developer or a DevOps or a data scientist or a tester, right? So decide first what you want to become, where basically you have interest, whether you have interest in developing user interfaces like front-end, or whether you have interest in developing a backend logic, or you have interest in testing the UI, or you have interest in algorithms or machine learning or artificial intelligence. All right, so decide what you want to become first. Don't get confused. Okay, let's say you want to become a backend Java developer, then stick with that only. Okay, don't change your interest. So once you decided what you want to become, next step is you need to know the market. Let's say you have decided to become a backend Java developer, then you need to know what are the Java technologies, frameworks, tools that have a demand in the market, and what IT organizations prefer to have skills in a candidate, right? So let's say if you want to become a backend Java developer, then in IT market right now, Spring Boot or Spring Framework is pretty popular, and at a server side you can see the Apache Tomcat, JBoss, Jetty. So these are the few application servers or web servers that you need to know. And in case of tools, Git is very popular version control tool. Okay, apart from that, you need to know about the ORM framework like Hibernate. All right, and yeah, all right, just know what are the technologies, Java related technologies and framework that have a demand in the market. Well, once you know what are the Java technologies, frameworks and tools that have a demand in the market, then you can go ahead and learn those technologies, framework, tools, and get some hands-on experience. Hands-on experience meaning you need to create small project to get a more exposure about the technologies. All right, and go ahead and create a GitHub account and publish all your sample projects that you have created to learn the technologies on the GitHub. Okay, apart from that, go ahead and create a Stack Overflow account and try to answer the public questions. And apart from that, you can contribute to the open source projects. Well, there are a lot of open source projects out there on a GitHub, so go ahead and search for them and go ahead and contribute so that you will get some experience on developing real-time projects. Okay, so once you know the technologies and once you got some experience on building small projects, then you can keep all these things in a resume, right? So that is what the next step. So go ahead and write a resume. Well, while writing the resume, make sure that you will follow the best practices. Okay, and make sure that you will keep only those technology tools in the resume that you are good at. Okay, don't keep the technologies, tools and other stuff in the resume that you don't know. Okay, so basically in interviews, interviewer will ask the question on what you know mention in the resume. So once a resume is ready, then you can go ahead and you can apply for the job. Well, there are many ways you can apply for the job. For instance, nowadays most of the IT companies have a career page, right? So just go ahead and search the company that you want to work in a Google, and go ahead and find the career page in the company website. And in a career page, basically you will see the current openings, okay? And let's say if there are any current openings in that particular company, then go ahead and apply for that current job. Okay, so this is the first way. So second way is, there are a lot of portals, right? For example, LinkedIn is very popular. It's basically for the professional IT professionals. So go ahead and create an account in LinkedIn and follow the IT companies in the LinkedIn, so that whenever IT companies have openings, you will get a notification. Okay, and once you get a notification, then you can go ahead and submit the resume in the IT company, and then you will get a call from the IT company. So once you apply for the job, the company will basically review your resume, and company will look at the skills that you have mentioned in the resume. If that skill matches their job description, then they will give you a call for the interview, or they will basically send an email for you as like you have selected for the interview, and you can take the interview like that. So once you got selected for the interview, then you need to understand what is the interview process in that company. For instance, I have seen almost all the IT companies have multiple rounds in the interview. And I have seen few of the companies, they take a first interview round as a written test, and once you pass the written test, then gradually you will attend the second round, third round, and then finally HR. Okay, like that. And few of the companies I have seen, they first take the screening phase. All right, so they just tell you to attend the call using Skype or Zoom or phone, and they will ask you a few questions. Okay, and if they are happy with your answer, then they will call you in-person interview. Okay, in-person meaning face-to-face interview, right? So these are the interview process that typically you will find in the IT companies. So whenever you got selected for the interview, then make sure that you will understand the interview process. Well, once you know all these things, then you are good to attend the interview. Well, while attending the interview, make sure that you dress well, and your body language should be great, and so try to be confident and try to answer the questions practically. So don't by heart, and don't put the definitions in the interview. So make sure that you will give some practical real-time use cases for the questions in interviews, so that will impress the interviewer. Okay, so make sure that you be confident, and you will try to give answer practically, or try to explain real-time use cases. Okay, great. So I hope you got an idea what are the steps you need to follow to know the complete interview process. All right, so first you need to know what you want to become. Let's say you want to become a Java developer, then stick with that only, and then you should know the market. All right, so what are the Java technologies, frameworks, tools that are demand in the market. So once you know that, then go ahead and learn them, get some hands-on experience, and put all those experience, technology, tools, everything in a resume. Make sure that you will keep only those technology, tools, frameworks that you know in the resume. Don't keep extra things. So once your resume is ready, then go ahead and find the companies that you want to work upon. For instance, if you want to work in Infosys, then go ahead and search for Infosys in Google, go to their official website, go to career page, and if there is any requirement, then go ahead and upload the resume. Okay, and if Infosys happy with your resume, then they will get back to you. Okay, so similarly, if you want to work in some other companies, then you need to follow the same steps. Okay, go to their official website, career page, and find the current openings, and accordingly you can submit the resume. And once your resume is matched with their job description, then obviously you will get a call. Okay, and another option is you can go ahead and create an account in LinkedIn if you are not created yet, and you can follow the companies, and whenever companies have openings then you will get a notification, and then accordingly you can go ahead and upload the resume. Okay, great. So this is how you can create your resume and apply for the job in a companies. Alright guys, I hope you got an idea what are the steps that you need to follow to attend the interview process. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.